talking at you. Okay, so episode 7, we're going to get right to it. Crazy ass government and conspiracy people. Why the hell do you think anybody in this government would want to ruin America? No one's going out of their way to do anything that's not going to keep things going the way they've been going. And I'm not talking about 2020. That was a whole shit show that nobody wants. As far as life as we knew it, things we want back, that's all coming back. Nothing's going to change. You're not losing your guns. You're not losing your rights. You're not losing anything. We're just trying to make it a better place. We can't do that without changing a little bit of things we're used to. Just enjoy your life. You're not going to go through a major change. They're not taking nothing away from you. If we would just, for 5 seconds, just calm down and start talking to each other again instead of going against each other, it would be that much easier to just figure something out. We get it. There's problems, people are starving, people are losing their businesses, but what do? We're wrong. We go back and all of a sudden everybody gets sick and this thing does start killing people, like really killing people, like on contact killing people. What do? We just say, well, lesson learned and deal with less population, I guess. I think I'd rather be wrong and have people live than be really wrong, people start dying. Because at some point, if we don't do something, this keeps mutating. We have to get a vaccine. We have to distance. We have to mask. Whether they work or not, we don't know. It don't hurt. I haven't been sick at all since this whole masking process, and I'm sure that has something to do with it. Maybe it's just the flu that everybody's getting. I don't know, but I know I didn't get sick. Don't just go out there making up bullshit theories. Do your research. I just recently dropped my kid off to daycare one day and had no idea, but this lady just started telling me stuff, like things I'd never even considered. But she's talking about how the Democrats and the Vatican and all these places are into child trafficking, and they have like a bunker under the Vatican where they do rituals, drink kids' blood. I forget all the stupid, crazy reasons she told me they did it. It just was insane. And I'm just trying to get out of this house, which is bad because I'm leaving my kid there. And then she talked about, Trump taking over, being the leader of the republic. And I'm pretty sure she mentioned like the leader of the world, like taking over the world shit. And that's scary. Just the idea of that, just terrifying. Any one man being in charge of anything is just terrifying. And what else was there? There was aliens. Aliens are a real thing, apparently. I don't want to say they're not, but I'm not going to say they're going to be part of our government. That's insane. And what else was there? She has so many things. This is a person that was educated as far as I knew, but I guess that's the power of media. And I don't know where she got it from, because I searched for all this stuff she was talking about. She said government got arrested. There was no mention of that at all anywhere. She had to be digging deep into the internet. Like the deep, dark internet where only the crazy people post, because I couldn't find nothing. I don't get it. I don't know where these people find their sources. I don't know why they can't just trust, a reputable source. Go to, stay off the mainstream. There are sources that are trustworthy. You can't just go out there looking for news that suits your beliefs, because you're going to go batshit crazy. And these are usually the people that don't like the government, which is fine. Government is a shady damn thing. It's like they're all corrupt millionaires, billionaires. They're out there for a reason. They're not just there to make the better world. They want something out of it. So, but you don't go nuts. You don't overthrow the government. You don't go crazy trying to tell people to do this, do that. Just do your thing, live your life. Chances are it's not that bad. It's just life sucks, and you're trying to take it out on somebody else. Anybody can make their life better. Just gotta do it, find a goal. You gotta set some kind of end game for your life. If you're just gonna go random and just let it take over, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's always gonna end badly. But on a better note, we have a new president. Now, that's a better note for me because it means a start over. We'll see how this 4 years goes. You always have a new 4 years. So that's something to look forward to. I don't think Trump would have done much more the next 4 years. I mean, just the fact that they're just spent so much time getting rid of him that nothing's getting done. We just got to get him out of there because it's just causing too much turmoil. There's people that don't like Biden, but he's not going to be a problem. He knows politics. He knows government. He'll do his little circus act like they all do. I'm not expecting no major changes just because Trump's in there. Not major changes because Biden's in there. It's just they're all politicians. Trump was not, which we've seen how that works. Not saying I'm against him. I did vote for him the first time because I didn't like the idea of Hillary. I've always voted my gut, and something didn't seem right there either. So I'll take the blame for that last 4 years. And I voted Biden this time around. So hopefully I'm not wrong this time around. I just can't imagine it'll get worse. Don't go out there all pissed off because it didn't go your way. That's just democracy. That's how it works. We should be happy that it's still working. Whether it's corrupt or not, or was cheated, it's been cheated for years. We're just now paying attention to it. We managed to move on and get on with life. So I don't know. Just maybe this is just more of a rant getting this out of the way, but I'm more or less waiting until the 20th, and then I'll do a podcast for that because I don't see that going well. People just need to just sit the hell home. Just understand that we're all going through this. It's not just your special event that is ruining your life. It's everybody. Just know that you can't change the world by storming a government building. That's crime in itself. There's reasons why the rioters didn't get as punished as the, I don't know, do you call them insurgents? I don't know, we have a name for them yet. It's all different when it's a Capitol building or any government establishment. That's a whole different thing. That's why the rules are different. And people don't understand that. They're just like, well, why didn't the rioters get this? They were burning cities. Well, that's a different situation. They weren't burning the Capitol. Yeah, it's maybe a double standard, but it's our government. We can't allow it to be overthrown. So there's processes. Get your people together, have, meetings, have, educated debates with people in your Senate, your state, whatever. I mean, I don't know the process. That's why I'm not out there doing it. Just calm down. Realize all these people you used to fight with were your neighbors 2 years ago. You were talking to them in January just fine. Come March, now they're your enemies. So just dial it back. We can get along together again. Hopefully this hasn't changed the entire world. Hopefully people aren't going to start turning on each other long term. I just don't want to see it anymore. I'm just tired of it. You just don't know who you can talk to anymore. You got to bite your tongue and everything. Free speech is a beautiful thing. It comes with consequences. So just be responsible. Be a good human being. Don't be dicks to people. And the world will move on. We will get out of this. I don't see this going past summer. I mean, it's gonna get lifted. This is all getting much better much sooner. Just keep up. Try to stay positive. I'm right there with you. It's hard sometimes. I have faith that our government will come around and everybody will start getting along and we'll start making changes. We just got to let the process take its time and let it happen. So it'll be there. We'll get there. And probably won't be till late summer, but we will be there. So give humanity a chance. There is still some left. Now on to a fun story, I guess. On the way in tonight, I have this shop here where I do my recording, wood shop stuff, aside from my house, and I live in the woods. So it's really dark when I came here, and when I halfway here, I heard this howling out of the woods, like a lot of howling, and I'm pretty sure it was wolves, like lots of them. You can tell it's coyotes because they have more of a yipping dog kind of thing going on. So that was interesting. I mean, it was something you don't hear all the time. So when I heard it, I got a little worried, walked a little faster. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make it home tonight. If you don't hear from me in a while, maybe one got me. I don't know. Not likely. They don't really do much for humans unless you're in the woods, hurt, or some reason they attack you. They're like any other animal. They'll most likely run away before they ever come at you. But yeah, so there was that. Just a quick story of me coming here to do this for you people, taking my chance with nature. Okay, so the beautiful thing about my podcast is I can pick almost any topic. Problem is doing a segue from politics and then wolves, and now what? What do I go to? Well, my podcast is about being screwed up, so we're sticking with politics. Sorry. But more about politics and how it affects our children, how it's affected us. Now, in our household, my household, we kind of have, bipartisan, not that. My wife is mostly Democratic. She's all that way. I'm both, I guess, or independent, whatever you call it. I don't really have a set party. I've probably been more Republican than anything else, but I'll go Democrat. I'm not really partial. I go with what mostly my gut tells me to go with, and to me, what makes the most sense. So yeah, I mean, you can force your politics on your kids. They're only going to believe what you tell them to believe. They don't comprehend what's going on. They hear the media, they see the media. I mean, that's what they live by, that's what they watch. Now, if you want to reinforce it and say, this guy is horrible, he's the devil, he does this and this, but this one's wonderful, they're going to hear that. They need that swaying opinion. You're that person. You're the person that balances out the stuff they hear all day. So I'm guilty. I mean, I'll sit there and throw out my opinions, but I have opinions on both sides. I can hear one guy's story, understand it, not agree with it, but go to the other side. Now, if you're one way, you're only going to listen to one side, and that's it. You don't care what their story is. You don't care what the guy has got to say. It's like you got your party, you got your guy, you're convinced that that's the way it's got to go. And I say guy, it could be woman too. I mean, I'm not going to keep saying man or woman every time I say something. So just know that I mean both. I mean, that's something too. I mean, some people say only men can be presidents. It makes no sense. Why would a woman be a president? That's garbage. It doesn't really matter. Whoever does the job. In my mind, America is just a business. You can do whatever you want in the background. If you want to have affairs, whatever, just do it. I don't care. Just don't let me know about it and just go about business and make sure my paycheck's on time and everything's going well. I mean, I'm not going to judge a person because they can't handle their family life. That's their business, not mine. They had a life before they took on the presidency. What are you going to do with that? I'm not here to tell them how to run it. They're not going to run my life. Why should I run theirs? So I'm back on the subject of our children. We can't brainwash them to our way of thinking. We have to at least let them know that they have an opinion. They have to be able to choose the right choices, to understand their choices. Don't just say, well, Biden is this way because he stands for this. And maybe that's true. But you don't know what your kid's thinking. They haven't developed those thoughts yet. They might think, I like Biden because he reminds me of Grandpa. It's like, that's their reasoning. So you can't be putting stuff in their mind that they haven't even thought of yet because you're just brainwashing them. And as far as the news, stuff they're seeing on TV, if you can at all help them to not see it, not going to hurt them one bit. Them not knowing what's going on in the world is not going to have any effect on them. Turn it off, send them outside. I guarantee they will move on with their life and everything will be just fine. But it's on your part too to not be stressed out either. So find a hobby, find something you can enjoy with the children. Fishing is fairly cheap. You got the license you got to pay for. But other than that, you buy it one time all year long. You can go down to the shore. You can go on the boat if you're lucky enough to have a boat. You can ice fish. Nothing to do that. You have your license since whenever you bought it still. So just go sit on a bucket with a pole and just see what happens. If you live in an area like that. And, just spend time with your kids. If anything, we learned from 2020 that we don't value our time. That's what you should be doing with your children. You should be instilling them good morals, ways to enjoy life, stuff like that. Don't giving them hate speeches, telling them what's what and who's to like and things like that. Don't try to explain the news to them because you don't understand it either. None of us do. So just don't screw up your children. Yeah, I mean, they're the ones that are going to pay for it in long term, and that carries on to their children. We're carrying it to ours. We never had half the things they've had growing up. So, I mean, they at least have parents now that are learning. My parents, they never learned how to do stuff. They just winged it and did it how they were taught. I turned out good enough, but I do think I could have been a little more sensitive growing up. I wasn't. I was not a bully, but I got bullied, and I learned that bullying defeats bullies. So it's just a horrible, vicious circle. Just know our kids are stressed out right now. It's a point where they can't comprehend, and they're holding it in, and that will come out and snap. So we got to get in there and let them understand the world is fine. It's going to be normal again, and everything's going to be okay. That's the biggest thing we can do is calm our children down, because they're going to carry this on. We will move on. They are the ones that will be talking about this for years and years. Calm them down. Keep your kids sane. That doesn't mean take them out on vacations, expose them, do all the things, purposely going out to look for COVID. If you haven't got it yet, you've been lucky. We've all been lucky. I haven't got it. I haven't had any sign of it, but I am not going to go out of my way to expose it. So just be safe, be smart, and we can just get on with this. And hopefully by the end of summer, we're all going back to the beaches and enjoying our time the right way, not with half crowds and spaced out restaurants. It's no fun vacationing or hanging out with your family when no one's around. So just stay home, make the best of it. If you have to go out, just be safe. It's super easy. Well, okay. I guess we're going to call that good for now. I'm hoping to get one here after the 20th. I want to see how everything plays out. So it might be a lot like this one was. Probably a little more angrier if it's any kind of storm in the Capitol situation, because I wasn't too happy about that. So check me out. Next episode, episode 8. It's going to be a little lighter, hopefully. It's going to be after the 20th, so we'll see what happens on that day, and we'll go from there. But I will probably be bringing in more guests eventually. I know I keep saying that. I just want to make sure the sound qualities are a lot better. So anyways, give me a hit up on email, rob.talkatu@gmail.com. Let me know what you think. I love criticism. I love advice, praise. That's great. And if you're on Apple, leave a review there. I think you could do a 5-star at the most. That'd be great. And any other places you view your podcast on, they sometimes have reviews. Do those too. That'd be great. And pass it along if you can. If you think somebody might want to listen to this stuff, that makes it easier for me to get it out there. And I'll talk to you on the next episode. Thanks, and it's been fun talking at you.